Hey everybody, it's John. I hope you're well, hope your families are well. Just want to take a minute and update you on some of the things that are happening in light of the governor's address yesterday and how it affects houses of worship and Eastgate specifically. So she said that houses of worship of churches could begin to meet once again with a few rules in place. And so we had a call last night with the church council and leadership and kind of talk through on if it was appropriate and right, if we felt like the timing was correct in us to begin to reopen and still be under and following the rules and regulations that are set out. And so we're going to do that. We're going to be opening up this coming Sunday, the 19th, at 10 a.m. at our normal time. We're going to continue to live stream on both Facebook and YouTube. So that's still going to be going on. I understand not everybody is going to be ready to come back, and we want to respect that. But there are some people that are ready and feel safe in returning. I want to let you know about the things that we are putting into place to ensure safety as we gather and as we fellowship together. And so I wanted to just update you on some things that are happening around here. One of the things that the governor said is that if we were to meet, in any public place really, that masks are going to be required starting this Saturday. And so meeting together on Sunday mornings isn't any different. So if you have a homemade mask kind of like this, a cloth mask, if you bring that, that would be awesome. If you don't have one, then we will have some for you to give you, like if you're going to Costco. So you walk in and we will make sure that you get what you need. One thing that we're doing is, as you can see, the doors are open, both literally and figuratively for the church. You're not gonna have to touch any handles. We're trying to minimize all surfaces where people would touch that could be potentially dangerous. So we also had a cleaning day this past Saturday. And in that cleaning, we've done sanitizing ongoingly. Our daycare has stayed open throughout this entire thing. And we've had people cleaning, sanitizing, re-sanitizing all throughout. We have fogged in the sanctuary with some industrial grade green type of products that has been approved to kill anything that would be potentially dangerous. And so we've taken those types of precautions in your safety in us meeting. One of the things that you're going to notice coming on a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock is usually here in the cafe, we have our donuts and coffee and tables and everything set up. We're still going to have some snacks for you if you show up, although there's not going to be the discipleship classes before the service going on. We will have refreshments here, but we're not going to have the table set up. We're going to limit the spaces where people would hang out, congregate, that sort of thing. So it's going to be a free open area to where you can come in. So we're trying to do our best in that regard, trying to think ahead of time about what's going to be happening. Inside the sanctuary here, we got a couple changes that we're going to do for a time. We're going to continue to follow the guidelines that are being set out by our leadership, by our state leadership, and we're going to try to meet in the most safe and most wise way that we can. One thing that we're going to be doing here is every other row is going to be roped off. So when you come and sit down in one of the seats here, you're going to have a whole row between you and the next row in front of you. So we have plenty of room in our auditorium and our sanctuary to spread out. Our capacity is about almost 700 people. So 10% of that is what the governor has said that we can meet at. I think that is plenty for our congregation at this time. If we need to, one of the benefits of live streaming is we can actually live stream into other rooms here. So for instance, our youth room or other places if needed, we could live stream the service going into those spaces to where you could still participate and we could still have people, but you could still spread out and be as safe as possible. We're gonna have hand sanitizer everywhere to where If that's something that you're looking for, something that you want to wipe down once again after we've wiped down 50 times, you are free to do that. You won't be judged. You won't be ridiculed. You will be free to do that and wipe down so that you feel as safe as possible, so that you are as safe as possible. A couple other things that are going to be a little bit different in our meeting is for the next at least couple weeks, there will not be any children's ministry. We won't have that going for a couple of different reasons. But we're going to wait on opening up that part, that ministry, for a little bit. It'll probably be the beginning of June that we start to bring our kids ministry back online, as well as some of the other things that we're doing. We will have our prayer teams available. We'll be praying after the service in one of the overflow rooms around round tables so that we're keeping our spacing intact, going by those rules. One thing that probably for me, one of the things that's most important, or that I miss most, that I value most about our time together, is the touch, shaking hands, hugging, that sort of thing. This last Saturday during our cleaning day, Joel said he was okay with a hug. And that's probably the first time I've hugged somebody outside of my family in a couple months. I'm not going to limit what people do, how they interact. People, we're adults. We've been navigating this thing for a while. We've gone to stores, probably most of us. We've learned how to space, how to interact with the public around us. So I'm not going to limit that. But I also understand that there is different thinking, and people are of different positions with this whole thing. And so I want to be mindful of that. Some people are going to be okay shaking hands. Some people may be okay hugging. But there's some people that are not quite comfortable with the touch yet. And I respect that. And I want all of us to respect that. If you go up to somebody and you're not quite sure, you get that little awkward moment in between, like what's going to happen at this point. And if somebody puts a hand on their chest over their heart, that just means I'm not touching right now. And so we're going to respect that. We're going to be okay with that. We're going to believe that God is still present, still moving. We're going to love each other. And loving each other means that we're going to respect what the different people's positions are at this time. So you are free to do it. You're free not to do it. And so I just wanted to put that out there, how we're going to function and how we're going to interact as a church for a time being. A couple other changes when you come into the sanctuary. We're not going to be handing out bulletins. We're not going to be passing those as you come through. We've been online for a couple months at this point, and so you're probably used to not having bulletins, but we're going to pause on that for a bit. One thing that we are going to do this coming Sunday specifically is we're going to have communion. We've got those prepackaged communion cups with the wafer on top and stuff. That is a bit more sanitary. All of our ushers that prepare that will be wearing gloves. We'll hand that to people instead of passing a tray, so that you are getting it from a gloved person who is serving you the elements of communion. We're going to encourage people who have been giving or who will give to continue to give online. If your form of giving is through check or something more physical, we will have baskets that you can drop that in. We're not going to be passing things around, but we will have that available for you. The online seems to be working really well for people, as well as the text to give. So I would encourage you to continue to do that if you've been doing that. And by the way, thank you. You guys have been amazing over the last couple months in how you've been faithful. And I want to say thank you for that. And it's allowed us to continue to do what we do. We've done the food pantry the last couple months through a drive-through. We continue to do a number of projects, which I'm excited. I am so excited to share with you once you come here. Unfortunately, we're in the midst of a number of projects. I was hoping we would have more done when you came back, but it's going to be ongoing for a while. I'm going to give you more detail on that on Sunday, whether you're here live or if you're tuned in on one of the live streams, but I think you're going to be excited as well. So thank you for all of you who have supported ongoingly throughout all of this. I am so ready to be done talking to an empty room. I'm excited for you guys to be able to come back. Just know that we want you to come back in the pace and the timing that you're comfortable with. This video is more to let you know that we are doing everything that we can on our side to prepare for you, to be ready for you, so that you can come into this space and not worry about anything else, but receive everything that we're supposed to as we gather. Like, there's power when we get together. We believe that God is faithful to his word, and that as we gather together, he's there in the midst of us. And I know that there's been good stories of what has happened even in the midst of us not being able to meet together, but I'm more excited about what happens when we do. So this coming Sunday, the 19th at 10 a.m., we're back together. The church once again will begin to meet. I hope you can be here. I understand if you can't. But when you're ready, we're going to be here. It's a good time for us. I want to thank our governor for making this possible at this point for us, for allowing us even to take this step. We're going to be faithful in what we do. I'm ready to meet once again. I hope you can be with us this weekend, whether in person or online. And I hope to see you very soon in the next couple weeks, as you're ready and as you feel like you're ready to take those steps. We're going to be here for you. Even if you're not here physically, if there's anything that we can do for you, please let us know. We love you. We're for you. You've done well. And I'm so grateful to God that he's brought us through and is taking us through this time. He's going to continue to. Come expecting. Watch expecting. Be expecting. God is good. Love you guys, and we will see you soon. Take care. And seriously, what's up with all these mods? Stinking pestilence.